In 2008, I launched New South Media with the mission to tell West Virginia's stories. Along the way, we've helped build better communities, changed a few perceptions, and hopefully made West Virginians be a little more proud of their state. I'm Nikki Bowman Mills, President of New South Media, and this is our Uncommon Story. What started as one publication, which was West Virginia Living, we've grown to 13 employees and 90 publications. I grew up in Clay County in a trailer park in Turin. That was the foundations of who I became. I lived with my grandmother for a while, and she always would take me to the library. And my favorite magazine was National Geographic. That was my window to the world. When I was in the 4th grade, I wrote a letter to the editor, and I said, someday, when I grow up, I want to write for you. Many weeks later, I got this envelope and I was so excited, and I opened it up, and up at the top, someone had written, "Before you sit down to write, you have to stand up and live." As I grew up, I once had a teacher, she said, "Ain't isn't a word." I remember just sitting there thinking, ain't isn't a word. My dad says ain't. It was the first time I realized that West Virginians could be considered uneducated, and it kind of rocked my world. My drive, to change perceptions, often I trace back to that moment. My first job in publishing was in Chicago. I felt like I needed to hide my West Virginian-ness. Later down the line, I was the editor of a magazine in Mississippi. And these folks were really so proud of their heritage. And when I realized that my heritage was something I should wear as a badge of honor, I couldn't get back to West Virginia fast enough. But you don't just snap your fingers and start, a magazine company. No one was willing to invest. They just really didn't think it would work. So I took the money out of our retirement and knew I had $60,000 that could get me through 2 issues. It needed to support itself after that. I was the editor, the publisher. I sold the ads. I did a lot of the design and all of the photography. And my mission was to change perceptions of West Virginia. When it finally came together, it was just overwhelming, the amount of work that goes into it to all of a sudden hold something in your hands that you created. Early on, I get a phone call from someone who said, "I'm from New Jersey. My husband accepted a job at WVU. I was never going to move to West Virginia." And she said, "But then I get this magazine, and I just wanted to call and tell you that we've put the house up for sale in New Jersey, and I can't wait to eat at the Polka Dot Diner in Fairmont." We have a really interesting group of our team members here at New South Media. Everyone brings a unique perspective. They also feel like we're a part of something bigger than ourselves. Everything we do has to answer to our mission, which is, does it change perceptions of West Virginia? And are we building community? What we want to do is provide those positive stories that lift us up, make us stand a little taller, because we have a lot to be proud of. I want to help build a better state, so I feel like I'm where I need to be. I never know when I get in the car where the path is going to lead, where the road will end, but no matter where I go, the people are really amazing here, and that's what keeps me going. That's why we do what we do.
Yay, happy birthday, West Virginia.
When my children can say, "I'd rather go to Pickens to the Maple Syrup Festival instead of Disney World," I feel very accomplished.